Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'm going to start the program a little different this morning. Last year I had the pleasure of going back for our 75th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. And I had watched one of my closest friends get cut half into by the Japanese. We done a memorial for him last year, and I sang a song, and I'm going to try to do it for y'all this morning. This song was wrote by Joe Grimm right the day after the war started. The barracks now are silent, where one sure laughter rings. The steel guitar is broken, where round your bunks we sing. As stars give way to morning in Wahoo's cloud-swept skies, old glory's proudly waving back, steeped in heroes' crimson dye. Can you hear us there in heaven as the dawn patrol takes flight? On silvery wings your memory soars in holy freedom fight. The cold wind blows softly now, the palm trees whisper low, but all America will remember when come this dastard blow. Let the Nipponese remember this as they cringe beneath the sky. Here comes flame and vengeance, for you the first to die. Thank you. December the 7th this year, I'll sing that song at our memorial at Hickam Field. They'll have a memorial there for me and Judge Lloyd that took the flag down that night. But let me get on with something here. I was on Service and Sacrifice Thursday night, and John Becker asked me, said, Mr. Swanson, you go and speak a lot. What is your message to them? Congressman Duncan just said it a while ago. My message to the people out there is don't forget the people who gave their life, I almost did mine, to keep this country free. That's what it's all about. I was just a little 17-year-old boy right out of high school, and I decided to join the Army Air Corps. I had got mad at my sweetheart and busted up with her, and so I joined. I told her, wrote her a letter. I said, well, I'm over in Hawaii. I says, one of these days maybe we'll get back together, which we did later on. But as I went to, first time when I signed up at Fort Benning, Georgia, George S. Patton Jr. was a bird colonel down there. He was commanding officer of Fort Benning. That was August 3rd, 1939. Then I was sent to Fort McPherson, where they had a line going through there, doctors on both sides hitting you with shots in both arms. And then we left there and went to Fort Moultrie, South Carolina, and caught the USA Transport Leonard Wood, and went from there through the canal zone on to Fort McDowell, California. Then we landed in Honolulu, October the 16th, 1939. We were sent then to Wheeler. No, first we were sent to Luke Field. Luke Field was over on Fort Island. Then they give that back to the Navy and transferred to Luke Field, Arizona. So we went to Wheeler. And after Wheeler, we were sent to Hickam. They hadn't completely finished Hickam, so they had what they called tent city, 30 tents with 30 men in it. Then they had some little two-man tents. Well, me and Lloyd, they put us in the same tent. We came over on the same boat, but we didn't know each other, but we became like brothers. We was almost inseparable during the war and everything. But then me and him bought a motorcycle together. Sergeant Kramer, commander of the guard, he seen me riding it one morning. He kept blowing his horn, pointing me to pull over, and I did. And he said, I'm fixing to head up the air police here, get some motorcycle rides. I see you ride one, would you like to head it up? He says, I'll give you a buck sergeant rate. I said, Sergeant, I said, I'd be crazy to take it. He said, why? I said, well, I just got out of AM school. Second AM pays me $74 a month. He said, well, I'll get you a staff sergeant rate within 6 months. That'll be the equal. I said, let me think about it. So I took it in there. I took it, and we had 8 patrolmen. We rode 2 every shift on 12, off 12, on 20, 12, and off 24. And we rode in pairs. So the morning of December the 7th, I had just come out of the mess hall eating, laid down across the bed. I still had my pants on. I didn't have but 2 more weeks in Hawaii. I was going back to the States and see if my school sweetheart make up with me. I was going to marry her and bring her back to Hawaii and do my 30 years in Hawaii over there. So, anyhow, Harry Rawbite come running through the barracks and said, Sarge, get up, a job's a bombing the cat out of it. And my bed was right between 2 windows. I just rolled over and I seen one of the planes bank in the rising sun. That's all it took. I jumped, put my 45 on, jumped on the motorcycle, went to the main gate, and I asked some of them, I said, where's Albert Lloyd? They said, last we seen him, he was standing in the ballpark with the BAR cussing the Japs shooting the planes. I said, he's gonna get himself killed. So I got on the motorcycle, right back up Hanger Avenue. They were strafing all around, dropping bombs. I got it. We got back to the gate, and it was chaos that morning, all day long. That night, you could see tracers hitting the air, going off. There was one plane come back in off of the Enterprise, and they shot it down. The Navy men did, but the pilot, he got out of, he wasn't killed or hurt anyway. But anyhow, I guess it was maybe about 2 or 3 weeks after that, Captain 2, he used to catch OD a lot. And he seen me riding down Hanger Avenue. He said, Swanson, you gonna stay on that motorcycle all your life? So I need a good crew chief. He said, I know you've been to AM school. I said, well, let me think about it. I said, no, I'll take it. He said, you got to go to school for 6 weeks. So I figured I took my AM school at Hickam. I'd go to Hickam crew chief there. They sent me back to one of the toughest crew chief schools there was, Chinook Field, Illinois. I was there 5 weeks. And when I finished, you had to get 75% of the questions right. Most all the questions was about a B-18 engine or a B-17 engine. In 5 weeks, they give you 30 questions on the board, 30 minutes to answer them. I got all 30 of them in 28 minutes, and the master sergeant come over pinning my wings on me. He says, I've been here 8 years, so you the only man that's ever come through here and done that before. But anyhow, I went back to Hickam. I was supposed to go home 15 days, but I didn't get to do it. So we used to do patrol flight after the war started. We'd take it 1 week, the Navy take it 1 week. We'd fly out 1,000 miles, cross 100, back 1,000. We always carried ammunition fully and full bomb load, 400 or 500-pound demolition bombs. Coming back in one day, Captain Two said, well, I've got to go back out and drop bombs, and I'll try to belly the plane in to the landing. I said, sir, I know exactly what it is. My light comes on here just when yours did. I said, I can fix that. No. How you gonna fix it? I said, well, there's a crank down in the Bombay area. I can call down. There's a little cat ball. I can go down, roll the crank to wheels down and push the crank up. That locks it. They can't come back up. Too dangerous, Sarge. Too dangerous. I said, you trust me to be your crew chief? Yes. I said, well, trust me to do this. I done it. We landed safe and all like that. About 2 weeks later, bullhorn come over to us. Sergeant Swanson report to the flight line. I said, oh, me, what have I done now? So anyhow, I went out, and here I seen him, Major General Clarence L. Tinkham. He was killed going from Midway to Wake during the Midway battle. And I saluted him. He returned my salute. He shook my hand, and he said, we need more men in the Army Air Forces like you. And he pinned the Distinguished Flying Cross on me. So that was one of the heights of my career. But I never will forget when June the 3rd rolled around. That's when the Midway battle started. Major Sweeney was the first one to go to Midway with 6 more B-17s with him. Brooks Adams was the second one to go with 6 more. We went in the 3rd raid on June the 5th, 1942. There were 6 more besides us in that raid. Captain Riding was the head of that raid. I never will forget that morning, Captain Two says, boys, we got a job to do this morning. We're going to do our job. Don't worry about it. He said, we're going to Midway. He said, some of us may come back. All of us may come back. Or none of us may come back. But said, we're going to do what we're supposed to do. And we did. We was in there about 5 or 10 minutes. He said, y'all going to be quiet all the way? I said, no, sir, just give us about 2 minutes. We'll get it all right. From there till we seen the first Japanese ship, guess what we done? We sang the Army Air Corps song, off we go into the wild blue yard. We sang it all the way. We was about 60 miles from Midway, and the navigator sat right in the nose of the plane. He says, Cap, I see a Japanese heavy destroyer over to the left. Can we go get it? He said, no, they had 2 landing bases at Midway, Green Island and the Sand Isle. And we landed at Green Island and refueled. He said, we got to go refuel, then we'll come back and see if we can find it. We refueled and started back out, and Major Sweeney was in charge of all of it. He said, Joe, where are you going? He said, we've seen a heavy destroyer, Japanese, we're going back to see if we can find it. Well, I've heard Lieutenant Mason say a many times with that Norton bomb sight, he could bust a barrel at 20,000 feet. We was flying around between 17 and 18,000. He got 2 direct hits on that destroyer, that altitude. We seen it sink. Coming back in, zeros was all over us. I heard my tail gunner say, Sarge, I'm hit. Blood was dripping on me from the top of the gun. Both of my waist gunners was gone. We pretty sure the bottom turret gunner was gone. And we don't know what happened to the navigator in the front. We know when Captain Two bedded it in, if he wasn't dead, he was killed then. But Captain Two last looked on the mate, said, how many bombs you got left? He says, 2. He said, okay, we're flying now around 10,000. I'm going down to about 7,000 feet. And he said, we're going right over another heavy destroyer, Japanese. He said, cut them loose. And there's a little button on the northern bomb sight. You push it, it disintegrates. We didn't want the enemy to get it. So as we dropped the bombs, Captain 2 said, what'd you do? He said, it's gone, Captain, don't worry about it. He betted to see him. And they pulled me and Captain 2 and Lieutenant Mace is the only ones to come out of it alive. I still got 6 buddies entombed out there about 60 miles off of Midway. I'm hoping maybe this year they're going to put a plaque up for them, for my whole crew. But anyhow, that's about my military record. I come back to the States here, then I went to college at TPI, got my bachelor's degree in civil engineering. 51 years I built dams, roads, bridges all over the United States. Thank you. Thank you. God bless every one of y'all. And God bless America.